happy, makes me wanna watch something filled with fun and lots of song. Alexandra talks. Alexandra talks. Alexandra talks. Hi, I'm Alexandra Rooney, and welcome back to Alexandra Talks. And today we will be doing lots of fun things. So let's get started with all that. We'll also be interviewing more people today, which is exciting. So let's get started with that. Today's quote is, "Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile." So I choose that quote because it's important, because it kind of also shows that, like, if you're having a good day, like, don't let people ruin it. And even, like, just a smile can brighten up someone's day. So yeah, now let's go do some makeup. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this quick because usually I take forever, but I'm going to try not to take forever. So here we go. All right, so we're going to just start with some primer. It just helps make the foundation smooth. So yeah. Today we're going to be more focusing on like an eye look than more face. But yeah. And you can just kind of rub that in with your hand because it's not like foundation that comes off on your hands. Okay. And then what you want to do is, I could have my normal color foundation, but I do have two. So this one's a little darker shade, so I use less of it, but it still works. And it also just makes me look less pale. So we're going to get that out. And you got to be careful that it just doesn't all go out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now you just gotta kind of blot a little bit. I don't want to get on my pants because they're white. It's hard because this is a little mirrored. But I just want to get... I didn't put in that much, so it's kind of just light. And now you want to put the cap on that so then it doesn't spill anywhere. And then let me get some cover up. Yeah, so hard to do weird. Okay, now then you want to put, I'm going to put a little on my nose because, you know, acne. I never knew how hard it's supposed to be. But I put them out of my eye. There we go. There we go. Now I got it on it. So now we're going to just blend. You kind of more put it under your eyes just to cover any eye bags, usually, depending on what you use it for. So yeah, that's the end of doing your kind of face. Now we're just gonna quickly do eyebrows because I don't want to take too long on this. And then put on a little lip balm because my lips are kind of dry. And then now here comes the fun part. So I didn't technically bring any brushes with me, so we're just gonna use, actually I have this at the end of my eyeliner, so I'm just gonna be doing kind of like a blue look because I feel like that's a cute little look. So you could just kind of do what you want with it. So usually for me, I put, again, this is hard mirrored. I put the lighter on the bottom and then the darker at the top, but not too much of the darker, else it looks crazy. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Move a little off the edge to give it like that effect. And then here comes the hard part, especially mirrored. Wait. Ah! Oh, okay. So I'll be going that way. Yeah, okay. Don't get it on your eyebrows like me. Okay, there it is. Just gonna try not to look at that because it's not totally relevant. So that's one eye. And then you want to do down here. And then again with the dark a little bit at the top. So that's kind of with the blue. And now you're going to add a little bit of eyeliner. Don't do that far. Just going to get a... So that's like a light kind of eyeliner. It's not... It's gray. So it's kind of like natural. And then you could either top it off. I have 3 gloss options, or so we have not gloss. This is a lipstick. It's dark. I'm not gonna use that one today because it doesn't really work with the blue. And then we have kind of pink. I think that one works with the blue, so we're gonna do clear, just to top off the look a little bit, and then. Don't put in too much. Okay. Now you have a look. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing some fashion. Okay. Back to doing fashion. We have, so what, I had left the tags on because these are new from like Easter and stuff. So I saw this really cute skirt. It's like light blue. Thought it was cute because it kind of goes with like the look today. I like cross-eyed. It's a cute skirt from Brandy Melville. It's a light blue, cute. And then usually what you would put with that is like something cute, like a white tank top, or like black, because that could go with anything. So I was thinking a white tank top, that blue skirt, and then you could put on like a blue jacket, like a little light jacket, and then maybe blue knee socks and like white sneakers. That'd be cute. And I'm gonna get the other stuff that I left in the corner, which now we have this adorable sweatshirt from Abercrombie. And I think it's cute because it's like when you want to stay like comfy. I use it for virtual school because, like, for example, if you don't want to like go get like dressed, you just throw on the sweatshirt. But yeah, it's cute because it's tie-dye, and I like it also because it matches my nails, which are blue and white. And then I have this shirt that was actually merchandise from a movie I was in. It's called Donna, and there's a line in it that is saying like about stronger than pretty. So I thought that was cute, and it's cute because it's cropped, and I think it's adorable. So shout out to Donna. Go watch it now. It's out on Apple TV, I believe. So yeah, I think it's cute because it could go with anything like black pants or like jeans or a skirt. And then we have this black jean jacket, which I like to put on a lot of the time over like short sleeve stuff or like stuff that are like just needed, like for example. And then the last thing I have is this black beanie, and I just thought it was cute. It says model. I also have a beanie that says Royal Pain, which I thought was funny. And I thought it's just cute because like it could go with any outfit. Like if, for example, you're having a bad hair day and you just want to put it on, or just for anything. Yeah, so comment down below some of your favorite like stores, and then I could buy some stuff from there and rate them. Yeah, now we're gonna be rating Kanzi. So let's go do that. Okay. So now I have Easter candy. Yeah. So we're gonna be reading them. So I heard these for like a new kind of thing a little bit. I'm gonna open them. Ooh, that's one. Okay. They smell good. Really good. Drop the cup. Okay, that one didn't really want it anywhere. Okay. Don't open it the way I opened it. But here it is. We're gonna try it. Okay. I rate that a 5 out of 10. I'm not a big fan. Really crunchy. Has like kind of too much chocolate. Now we're gonna do the favorite. I was gonna do gummy bears, which already opened, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna try the raspberry one. So the taste of that one. Those are one of my favorites. I would give that a 9 out of 10. They're amazing. They have good flavors and many options. They are a little bit chewy though. That's why it's not 10 out of 10, but that's kind of how gummies are, so yeah. Now we're gonna try Reese's Pieces. They look like they're in a milk carton, which I think is interesting. I chose this because Easter was yesterday. I like Reese's. The biggest fan of them in an egg. I don't know if I can say it right. 7 out of 10. I definitely like plain Reese's better. And we're gonna do one more. Okay, now let's see. Let's choose a good one. I'm not gonna do Peeps because that's gonna get stuck to my teeth. I have some in like these little eggs, but I don't like know the brand. But we could try them and rate them. So if you guys know what company this is by, comment them down below. That's good. Eight out of 10. It's just like kind of like a jelly bean, which I like. Okay, now we're going to be going to the interview where we're interviewing Gabe Kaeya and Kristen Seavey. Hi. If
Hi.
you guys could just introduce yourselves again if I said any like last names wrong or anything.
No, that was pretty spot on. I'm Gabe Calleja. I am happy to be back. It's good to be back here, Alexandra. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
I'm Kristen Stevie, and this is my first time on Alexandra Talks.
How you liking it so far?
So
Great.
I'm gonna be asking you guys some questions.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So first question is for both of you. Can you tell us what show you are doing this month and what it's about?
You want to
You
take
wanna
this one?
Yeah, you take this one. This is yours.
Okay, so we are doing Rabbit Hole by David Lindsay Abaire. It is a Pulitzer Prize winning play, and it's about dealing with grief over the traumatic loss of a child. So it's not very light, it's not very kid friendly, but it's important in navigating these feelings. And I mean, the writing is so beautiful, and working with everyone is so great. So yeah.
What she
Yeah.
said. Yeah, couldn't have said it
Yeah,
better myself.
that sounds very interesting. That sounds like kind of like sad, but like it also sounds like something I would watch
Like
because,
the play we were in, Alexandra. It's like kind of like My Girl a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of those My Girl vibes, huh?
it does.
For sure. I feel like My Girl is just dealing with grief from a child's perspective, and Rabbit Hole deals with it more from mostly the parent's perspective.
Right. We play mother and father in the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that.
You got the vibes? Yeah, she's got the
I
vibes.
get the vibes there. Next question is for both of you again. Do you relate to your characters in any way?
Ooh, that's a tough one. In some ways, yes, but then in major ways, no, because I personally have never dealt with, something so extreme as the loss of a child. I don't have children, and I mean, it's completely unimaginable having to deal with that grief. So in a way, that's new exploration for me. But I guess I feel like Becca cares a lot. And, even though she's maybe not dealing with the people around her in the best way, I feel like she still really cares a lot about them. So that's something that I feel like I relate to her on.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's really hard to relate to something that's so viscerally tragic that like you can only really experience to know the true depth of. But there are, you look for other parts of your characters that you can connect with, and for example, Howie, he's a really good-natured man. He likes to take care of things in the family, and I kind of like to like the instances where you're casually living your life with your partner and the other characters in the play. That's something that you can really ground yourself in. That is more day to day. But it's like that specter of like the tragedy that like kind of haunts you throughout the play. That's hard to really connect to. That's sort of the challenge for this one, for sure.
One thing that I guess you could kind of apply to a modern sense, although very extreme differences, is that, in today's world, we've been dealing with a pandemic, and we've been dealing with trying to get back to normal. And on a smaller scale, on a different scale, Becca and Howie are dealing with this, giant loss, and they too are trying to get back to normal. So I feel like those feelings of like navigating new territory, and often failing at it and trying to, come up with ways to be better, is relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I could totally see how those like two things relate in like kind of like the same way, but also like different ways. Okay, so all these questions are technically going to be for both of you. So yeah.
That's all right. We'll take turns.
How long have you been acting, and how did you get started?
All right, I'll jump on this first. So I've been acting since I want to say kindergarten. My first role, I was an Oompa Loompa on stage. Yeah, it was just little roles that they gave to the little kids for the school play. And I remember very vividly one of my first memories. I was mortified to go on stage because I didn't want them to see me in a green wig and orange face paint. I felt like a clown. I was like, they're gonna laugh at me. So I started to cry backstage because I didn't want anyone to see me look ridiculous. Um, that feeling is long gone now, and I use that to fuel me. So yeah, I would say that's the first time, my first experience on stage, and I just try to act as much as I can. It used to be a hobby, and now more professionally. But we had a drama club at my elementary school, and I always had to wait for my sister because you have to be in fifth grade to be a part of it. So I would just kind of sit on the sidelines and watch her act, and that potential energy just kind of built up until I was able to join, and then I could like be in shows like that. So that's sort of where the love started, I guess.
Well, I would say that mine is a similar story, except I'm not as fancy as to have a drama club at my elementary school.
No,
Um,
it
yeah,
was a fifth grade classroom. We did our best.
I started when I was a kid as well. And I loved it. I mean, I did music, I did, like musical theater and acting, and I pretty much tried to do as much as I could get. Yeah, I started doing community theater, and then they did like a gifted and talented program at school, and I was a part of that. So in the summertime, there were programs for kids, and I just remember I couldn't get enough of it. And by the time I was a teenager, or like 12, 13, I remember just basically working with as many community theaters around me as I could feasibly get my mom to drive me to. So it just kind of naturally carried into adulthood of wanting to continue this journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I could.
How did you start, Alexandra?
Yeah.
Well, I started with theater, and I started, my first ever play was Winnie the Pooh, and I was Little Bee.
Oh,
I was like 5, maybe, or 6. And then I started film when I was maybe 7 about. And that's when I got like my first manager. And yeah, that's when I kind of started doing auditions. So
yeah, right in the industry early. That'll get you busy.
yeah.
I mean, that was like, you're like living what my dream as like a kid would be. I grew up in central Maine, and there's nothing around here for like a professional. I mean, there are professional theaters around here, but they mostly cast out of like New York City, and they cast like equity actors and stuff like that. But you're basically living like what I would have wanted to be at like 11, 12 years old. So
yeah. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm really grateful to be able to kind of live by New York because it's easy. It's easier, and yeah. So next question is, what are some of your favorite projects that you've worked on?
The one that stands out in my mind as soon as you ask that is I think it was junior year of college. We did a black comedy farce called Black Comedy, and farces are a lot of fun because they're just, it's reality but just kind of twisted a little bit. And in this world, it was a lot of like physical theater, which I love to do. I love to play with like cool shapes of my body. And this play, what was so cool about it was the lighting of the play was reversed because the whole play is about a blackout. So when the play opens, the stage is dark. You can't really see anything, but you can hear the actors going around their day as if they were like seeing. And then the lights go out, but the lights on stage go up. And then we have to pretend for the next hour and a half that we can't see. So the audience just sees us shuffling around, trying to like get our bearings. And it was just probably the most fun I've ever had on a stage. Just really crazy situations. Very, very intense. Good workout for sure for a play. But yeah, just so much fun. I love dark comedies. That's sort of like my favorite genre to act. So that was most memorable project easily.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's
Going off on the like, I guess, dark comedy angle, I did The Producers. I was Ula in The Producers, and it was so much fun. I mean, definitely not an appropriate show for kids, but there's just the music is so incredible, and the story is so funny. And I get to wear like the most outrageous, inappropriate costumes, and I had a blast. I thought the music was so fantastic and so much fun, and I never got tired of it. And I did like 10 performances of it, and even still I was like, oh man, I could do so much more. Yeah, just like having fun and find on stage or on set and doing stuff like that, and not wanting it to end, I feel like is the sweet spot for loving what you do.
And yours,
Yeah.
Alexandra? Do you have a favorite project?
I got this last week. Because, yeah. Trying to think, what did I say? I said, I think I just said for like, kind of like, I guess, no, not acting wise, Mr. Robot, because that one was fun. Even though I was only in like one episode and like for 2 seconds, it was still fun because like you were counted as like a co-star and you got like treated like royalty, and I just always thought that was a cool experience. Because like you could be like, hey, can you get me some fruit? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. I thought that was cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and
that sounds like a blast.
I got my own like baby trailer. So yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
And pampered on set. Yeah, I've had some really fun experiences doing like just background work, even just getting to be on set and like seeing how things go. I once did some background work where it was at a comedy club, and we just got to watch a comedy show, and that was part of the job. And I was like, okay, this is great. Yeah, it's always random what you get though.
Yeah.
It's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Favorite junk food?
Spicy nacho Doritos.
Goldfish.
Goldfish.
Spicy nacho Doritos. I think we have those in my house. Wait, because my brother got like some or something like sweet chili Doritos, something like that.
Oh yeah, sweet chili is really good too. That's my Cool Ranch still edges it out just because of like history with Cool Ranch, but
Cool Ranch.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
that's one of the best.
Cool Ranch better than nacho cheese, but spicy nacho just edges out Cool Ranch, and then sweet chili is third.
Yeah,
Cool Ranch.
Yeah,
I'll give it. I'm cool with Cool Ranch people. I can relate.
Also,
what was that? One more time.
Got a siren coming through.
Goldfish is like a classic,
I love Goldfish. It is my kryptonite. I can't buy it because I will just find excuses throughout the entire day to just eat the whole bag.
And they sell them now in like those like giant houses, like the giant cardboard box.
I
can't like 1,000 of them.
Big
that'll be my dinner. And I'll just like, grab a handful here and there, and then I'll grab another handful, and then like I'll put it to the side, and then later in the day I'll grab more, and then it's like, oh well, I might as well just finish the whole bag, and then it's like I only eat Goldfish.
Yeah.
My family would get like 2 cartons of them, like, because like I guess they're like parents don't know what they want and like don't know what their kids want. No blame.
Well, I know
to get those big things so that they like last a while.
Flavor blasted or the classic?
It doesn't either. Well, the ones we would get is the cheddar ones.
The classic.
Yeah, well, not totally the classic. It was like the extra cheddar ones or something, where it was like it had like cheese dust on it.
Yeah, extra cheesy. Yeah,
that one. Yeah. Next question: what place would you like to travel to? Or what place have you traveled to that you like?
One of my dream locations is either Australia or Hawaii. I really love like the tropical beach, like, teal water. I really want to go there. I think it looks so beautiful.
Yes to that. In a similar vein, my family and I went to Greece for my mother's 60th birthday party, and kind of like a once in a lifetime sort of trip. We just all were like saving up for that and really wanted to go. And it's just kind of out of this world. And I just really resonated with the culture, and obviously the beaches and the islands are just like to die for. So I will certainly be going back there again. Very pretty.
Islands are always like great place to go. And like tropical is always cool and fun.
So nice. What's your favorite destination? Where would you like to go?
Where I would like to go is like France, Paris, or kind of like anywhere like Hawaii or something.
Yeah, I want to go to Hawaii too.
All good
That's
choice.
the right answer. Yeah.
Also, California, Los Angeles, like by kind of like Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never been there, so I want to go. But my parents have went, and they said it's cool. So
I'm sure it's not long now.
Yeah.
Sure you'll be there soon enough.
What do you like to do besides acting?
Well, I like reading a lot. I do a lot of reading and research for various projects that I work on. Yeah, I love like, getting a topic and then trying to like dig into the archives and finding out more about a person or an event, stuff like that.
I really like games. When I was younger, it used to usually be video games, and I still enjoy video games a lot. But I much rather these days play board games with my friends. Just like there's thousands of board games, and they're all like really clever and unique, and there are some real fun ones out there. So
Yeah.
that's a good evening for me. Just a couple board games with the friends, and I'm set.
I love games. We play a lot of games too, and we also do puzzles. We just got a 3,000 piece puzzle to do.
It just lives on a table for like 2 months? Just can't touch the table.
We tend to do the 1,000 ones pretty fast. So we're like, well, let's just try something harder. Let's go for 3,000. So we haven't started it yet, but it's probably going to take up a good amount of space.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Follow-up question for Kristen. Like, what's your favorite book?
Ooh, my favorite book. So I have two. One that is kid friendly and one that is not kid friendly. The one that is not kid friendly is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's just, I've read it twice. It's incredible. And one that is kid friendly is The One and Only Ivan. And I want to see the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I loved that book. It was so beautifully written, and the story was so like tender and poignant. And you don't even know that you're reading a kid's book. I thought that it was so well done. So it's kind of appropriate for everybody, but it's definitely a recommendation that I would make.
Yeah, we read that one in class. It was good. I actually didn't see the movie yet either, but I want to. Follow-up question for Gabe. What's your favorite game, board game or video game?
You know what's really tickling my fancy lately is Ticket to Ride. So I'm a big Catan stan. I was introduced to Catan in college, and like that sort of started my gaming revolution into like a whole new way. But just like in the last couple weeks, I played Ticket to Ride for the first time, and I cannot get enough of that game. It is just, it's a train game where you like you have the map of like the U.S. and you have to like connect routes, and you get points for like how long your train connections are, and you have to like complete certain routes, like route cards, and you add up all the points at the end. Whoever did the best wins. But it's nice because like there's only like a certain number of tracks, so like you and everybody else have limited space, so you have to like kind of pick your routes early and kind of know where you're going. But oh man, that's a blast. It's a real blast. It's a good game.
That sounds fun. Well, that's all my questions for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
Thanks
Thank you, Alexandra. Thanks for having us. Yes.
No problem. Bye.
Until next time.
So yeah, now it's coming to that sad time of day, where it's sadly the end. But make sure to go check out Alexandra Talks every Tuesday at 2 p.m. It said that down below when we were doing the interview too. So yeah, make sure to go check that out. And yeah, make sure to also go check out Rabbit Hole. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, go watch it. So bye, glitters.
What makes me happy makes me wanna watch something filled with fun and lots of song. Alexandra talks. Alexandra talks. Alexandra talks.
Subscribe.